After Alex and I broke up, we slid back into being best friends. He rarely contacted me, but he'd call me in the dead of night after every new breakup, asking me to drink with him while he drowned his sorrows. We were tangled up like this for years. He'd amassed enough ex-girlfriends to fill a deck of cards, and I mean the whole deck, not just a hand of poker. After watching Alex flirt, fall head over heels, give the cold shoulder, and then break up with a revolving door of women, my heart had finally flatlined. So, in my 28th year, I handed in my resignation. The reason? I was moving back home to get married. 2 in the morning, and my phone lit up with Alex's name again. Same place. I need you. I shuffled into the dive bar downstairs, still in my thickest flannel pajamas. Alex was already surrounded by a graveyard of empty beer bottles. Even with a look of utter dejection on his face, he was still drawing the subtle, appreciative glances of every woman in the room. One was about to make her move, but when she saw me slide into the booth across from him, she sighed in disappointment and turned back to her drink. Tell me, what's wrong with me? Why did they all break up with me? Alex demanded. I shrugged, my voice flat. Can't help you there. You're the one who broke up with me, remember? He gave a sheepish grin. I just thought we were better as friends. Alex was blessed with a face that could stop traffic and was generous enough with his money. Most women found that combination irresistible, but whether it was 2 weeks or 6 months, it always ended the same way. A breakup. The reason was simple. Strip away the superficial charm, and Alex was a mess of personality flaws. He had no sense of boundaries, offered almost zero emotional support to his girlfriends, and ran hot and cold like a broken faucet. He was easy to fall for, but impossible to stay with. He also had a flair for the dramatic. When a relationship ended, he loved to pour his heart out to his friends, but he would never ever beg an ex to come back. Some of them were probably just testing him, threatening to leave to see his reaction. They never expected him to just let them go. So, in the end, they all became bitter exes. I was the exception, not just because I was the only one he'd ever initiated a breakup with, but also because I was a chronic people pleaser. I might turn down a friend's invitation to a party, but I could never refuse a friend in pain. I was a natural-born emotional dumpster, and Alex knew it. He said we just broke up. We weren't lovers anymore, but we were still friends. This friend never spoke to me in his day-to-day life, but the second a romance imploded, my phone would ring in the dead of night, and I'd show up at the bar downstairs, hair a mess, still in my pajamas. I'd drink with him, pay the tab, and then take him home. Was Alex a player? Obviously. But God, he was beautiful. So, even knowing he was trouble, women lined up to get a taste. I was just one of them, an unremarkable one at that, and sometimes, I'd feel a secret, shameful flicker of pride. Pride in being special. Why else would he call me out of all his exes for comfort? Of course, I knew that was just a pathetic way to make myself feel better. The real reason Alex clung to me was because my self-respect was cheap. I never said no, but it didn't matter. There wouldn't be any more chances for that. Alex was a good drunk. Sober, he was the life of the party. All flash and swagger. Drunk, he became quiet, almost silent. His reactions were slow, but he was docile. He'd do whatever you told him. I got him home, pulled off his shirt and socks, and tucked him into bed. Alex stared up at me, his beautiful eyes wide and unfocused. Go to sleep, I said softly, patting his chest. He closed his eyes and drifted off. I spent the night on his sofa. The next morning, I was in the kitchen making him some broth. The door to the spare bedroom creaked open, and Alex's roommate Leo shuffled out, yawning. He looked surprised to see me, then his expression softened with understanding. Here, taking care of Alex again? I smiled and nodded, then plated up a portion of breakfast for Leo too. This was Alex's apartment, but it was close to Leo's office. They'd been roommates in college and were still close, so Leo moved in to save on rent. Back when Alex wanted to break up with me, Leo had tried to talk